still things, again, throughout the game that, we weren't disciplined in, which you can't use fatigue or outs for an excuse. I think it was just not a very good day at the office.
Just on that, what impact does it have when you're missing 3 of your key players on the back of a game a couple nights ago?
Well, for us, nothing. And this is, last time I was here, right, we won 3 games in a row, and I think I even said it. I go, everybody's sort of, jumping on the Cairns Taipans train a little bit with Taryn and how good everyone's been. And I'm pretty sure I said it. I said, well, that's not the voice that we have within our change room. It's about the progress. Because if we lose 3 games in a row, I said everyone's going to jump off that Cairns train and we have to remain consistent with what we are. Well, now we lost 5 in a row and we just got whooped by 40. So, again, the guys are playing their hearts out. And there was a bit of hangover from Adelaide. And Wardenberg and Rob, for example, are playing some Superman minutes at the moment. We need to get them some help. Their outs obviously will help provide that. But also, are we capitalising on these opportunities with guys that are out at the moment? And that's where I feel like tonight we probably, didn't do ourselves a good job of.
You shot 28% from the field tonight. Do you still feel like you're getting the right shots on offence there, or is it just a few errors offensively you need to work on?
No, it was, Melbourne did a good job of pushing us out of our spots. I think, Kyle and Jackson were struggling really to get the table set for us. Also add to the fact that everyone shot it short. Rob missed 2 layups, I think. I think we missed another one on the back cut. So if you had to ratio it out, I think the majority of the bad offence was off the back of an outstanding defensive job by Melbourne. And a testament to their depth was no matter who they rotated through, they just kept keeping that level of intensity. It wasn't like they had Foxwell came out and Cameron and I started, but, 1 through 12 that they had on their list kept bringing that level of aggression on the defensive end, and that's where it was a little bit relentless for us.
Not an ideal performance from your import, Rob Edwards, fouled out in 20 minutes. What do you say to him after a game like that and push him forward to get better after that game?
Yeah, again, because he cares. And I've seen teams that have quit. I've had players that have quit. Like, we've been on teams that guys have quit, and Rob's not that dude. Like, Rob wanted to keep playing. There was even a part where I was thinking of icing him and Sam halfway through the third because I don't want to run these guys into the ground. So when everybody else is back, then they're the ones on the injured list. But they wanted to keep playing. And so, we went into overtime on Adelaide. They played 40-plus minutes. It's a great defensive team, like I said, with a level of relentlessness. So just got to watch this one and move on to the next.
Rob's been awesome this year. What is it that United did, I suppose, to neutralise his influence today that you felt, from the get-go, really?
Pretty much what I just said. And then I'm not trying to make your answer short, but everything that we sort of just talked about with that relentlessness and whoever they subbed on, the next one sort of just kept that level of intensity.
And in terms of United's depth, it's so hard when you're missing 3. I know you don't want to talk about that, but you are missing 3 of your key players, and they're probably not the best team to be playing against, aren't they? Because they run so deep.
Yes. Yeah. Again, I'm not trying to be a dick. I feel like I just answered that. Yeah. No, I agree.
Would you say that United is the deepest team in the competition then?
Oh, look, I think there's a lot of deep teams. I'm not going to start picking sides.
Is there any sort of positives you can take out of that? I thought Stratman and even Antonio provided some good minutes there for you.
Yeah, no, definitely. 40-point loss, it's hard to take a lot of positives. But the one positive, right, is we have to address the collective mindset of the group in that, okay, like half our list today, 2 of them are DPs, 1 of them's a rookie. Last year, Kyle was an injury replacement player that played a half dozen games. Dylan's technically a rookie. So there's a lot of guys, right, that just got an absolute lesson in NBL level championship basketball. So there's a positive in that, in knowing what the benchmark is and the things that we need to work on. But yeah, I think for everybody else, we just sort of need to get a little bit of help.
Do Do you have an injury update at all on those three guys, Taron, Pedro, and Tanner?
Yeah, not good.
Do you know how long they might be out for, or any plans to get a few guys in?
Yeah, that'd be nice. I mean, and again, this is it's like Tanner, for example, has been an absolute workhorse, and there's a little bit of setback with him, and he feels it probably more than anybody. This is a guy that was injury-free for the last 5 years of his career. And, we want to make sure that we bring him back, but we also don't want to rush him back. We want to make sure we're not playing too much catch-up. But if we bring him back too soon because, hey, we're losing 5 games in a row and we just lost by 40, I think, we're just going to set ourselves up for failure down the track. So we got 1 game a week for the next 3 weeks and then a 2-week FIBA break. So the schedule helps us in that regards. But yeah, we just got to see how the progress is, and once they're all back, maybe we got to chase our tails a little bit. But again, the guys don't quit. I can't fault them for that.
4 years there, can you just talk to us a bit about the consideration around bringing in a replacement or not? When does that sort of, what are the constraints on that, and when does that become a real life possibility for you?
Yeah, it's just a financial thing, really. And this is what I've always said. We are what we are. This is where, again, I come back to the Tanner example. Was a large part of why we recruit Tanner, is because we knew that he had this injury-free history. It feels like, again, I'm more disappointed for him because he wants to play and we want him to play. But part of the reason we recruit him, not only for the incredible human being that he is and the talent that he brings, is that we felt pretty good that we were able to get a full season out of him. So, it's going to be up to potentially 7 weeks that he's been out for. Even then, we didn't feel like it was that severe from the start. It's just been a few little delays. But again, he feels it more than anybody. Can't wait to get him back out there. Good? Awesome. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.